So what's up everyone, this is Darren with Rogue Studios, and today we're going to be doing another Q&A about which system should I build my RMR Glock on. A Tokyo Marui Glock 17 system or a Tokyo Marui Glock 18c system. Let's find out. So in my previous video, I talked about why most RMR Glock slides in the airsoft market are made for the Tokyo Marui Glock 18c. You can check that video in the cards above. But you don't have to build on a G18. You can also build RMR Glocks on a G17 system. You just have to look out for a few extra things, and don't worry, I will list it all out for you. To keep things simple, if you have a Tokyo Marui Glock 18c, all you have to do is transfer the following stock internals into your RMR slide, and you can build a fairly cheap RMR Glock without having to spend extra cash on buying other parts, which means that a Tokyo Marui Glock 18 is a very economical choice for RMR builders. However, that being said, there is a few things to pay special attention to when you are building on a Tokyo Marui Glock 18. The first thing that you have to pay attention to is that make sure that your slide kit comes with a disconnector. If your slide kit does not come with a disconnector, your Glock 18 will only fire on full auto. Ready Fighter, which is the slide right over here, and Prime are examples of slides that come with a disconnector. Not all slides come with one. Second, check to see if your slide kit comes with iron sights. For example, this slide kit that I have right here, this is a Prime Costa RMR slide. It comes with a set of suppressor sights or raised iron sights. In this case, I machined them out so I can insert my own tritium node. But this slide kit, it does not come with an RMR. However, for the next slide kit that I have right over here, this is a Ready Fighter Fowler Industries Mark II slide, which I just recently posted a video on this. This slide kit comes with an RMR cover plate. That's pretty cool, where this one doesn't come with a cover plate. So this means that I don't have to run an RMR. I can just put the cover plate on and run it with the sights that it comes with. In this particular situation, this kit also comes with a set of iron sights, which are made out of steel, which are pretty nice. However, from the same company, Ready Fighter, from the exact same company, they also released another RMR slide, which is the Loki Tactical Uncle Gazpacho slide. This slide does not come with an outer barrel, and it doesn't even come with iron sights, and yet they are from the same company, priced very differently also. So keep in mind, even though that it's from the same company, you have different options and different things to think about. So please make sure you research whatever slide that you choose. Just make sure you read the description box very carefully, and you will be fine. My third point, which I've been sort of saying this whole entire time, is just make sure you know what you're getting into. Research the slide kit that you're interested in, and this is the last time you'll hear me say it, don't worry. There are many variations, like I told you, like I've showed you so far. As a special side note, there's another company called Guns Modify that comes with a lot of slide kits. They actually have a deluxe version where they give you a lot more spare internals and even extra triggers and magwells. And there's also other companies out there that just sell you like a whole entire package with everything assembled already. RWA, which is when they got the agency arms, they also have their own special set of internals sometimes, especially for their urban slide kit. There are other slide kits I don't know because I don't have those kits. But basically, there are lots of different variations. So you can clearly understand why I cannot cover all of them in this video, because it's impossible for me to do that, unless if I own every single one of them, and I don't own all of them. And fourth and final point is technical considerations. A Tokyo Marui Glock 18 does need a bit of work, like getting rid of light striking, making the Glock 18 sear disconnect a little bit easier, which is basically doing this. That's the Glock 18c sear on the top side. Make it disconnect easier, and also using a steel hammer in the future will probably help you out. It's because the stock hammer can snap. All these problems are relatively easy to solve, and you can find out how by Googling for a few minutes. On my channel, I do have a video teaching people how to quickly solve or check for light striking, which is called a striker test, which you can check out in the cards on the top right corner of this video. And unfortunately, a WE Glock 18 is not a cheap substitute for a Tokyo Marui Glock 18 because they do not use a TM spec DBU. They don't even use a normal TM Glock 18 piston, Glock 18 nozzle, which means that you have to purchase all of those parts on your own, which costs extra money, which defeats the purpose of saving money on building on a Tokyo Marui Glock 18. So that's basically pointless. With that money, you might as well pick up a TM or invest in a Tokyo Marui Glock 17 system. Stark Arms also, it doesn't apply here because their system was never meant to use these TM slides in the first place, unless if you heavily modify them. You have to cut away a very large portion of your outer barrel in order for them to go on. And that's not accounting for any compatibility issues or any work that you need to do. So if you choose to go Stark Arms, I assume that you're willing to spend the time and money to do all that yourself, which is very unusual. In the airsoft market, almost nobody would build RMR Glock slides on a Stark Arms. It's not because it's too expensive, it's because there's a lot of work, costs a lot of money, and it just doesn't make logical sense for you to do it. It doesn't make financial sense. It doesn't make logical sense for you to spend the time to do that. It's easier it's actually cheaper if you buy a TM, buy a garter frame, and buy your RMR slide and then build on it, and you'll get done faster and cheaper than the Stark Arms. Next is a Tokyo Marui Glock 17 system, which is my personal favorite, but it's also expensive. Is because if you build an RMR on a 17 system, you must buy an RMR Glock 17 blow-back housing unit. If you don't know why, I already made videos about it. You can just check it out in the link in the description box below, or check out the cards again. And also, after you get that RMR Glock 17 blowback housing unit, you also have to get all the other parts that you are missing, like the Glock 18 nozzle, the Glock 18 rocket valve locker, the Glock 18 piston, nozzle spring detent, and 18 sight. And like I said earlier, when it comes to sights, just make sure you just check if your slide kit comes with sights. If you don't have sights, you buy them. If you want suppressor sights, you buy them, so on and so forth. Sight is just your own personal preference. I'll leave that up to you. And after you gather all that stuff, it makes the Glock 17 quite expensive to build an RMR Glock slide on. However, the big trade-off is that for that expensive price, what you get is exceptional performance and reliability when you build your RMR Glock on a 17, especially with upgrades. Now, up to this point in this video, it's going to sound really biased, but in my personal experience, I find I can get more speed, more power, smoother cycling, and it's just more easier to work on a 17 compared to an 18. Because in my experience, if you're not building, if you're not building an RMR Glock, Glock 17s are just faster in general. Because there's no G18c to think about. We have to remember the G18c on a Tokyo Marui Glock 18, it's functional in both semi-auto and in full auto. Now, I know this will confuse a lot of you guys. It's because normally for every single Gasback M4 in existence, with the exception of one, the full auto seer normally has nothing to do with semi-auto. But for guns like these, guns like a Glock 18, like an MP7, an MP9, an AK, their full auto seer is always moving around in both semi-auto and in full auto, which basically means that these systems are just a little bit more complicated to work on. There's more things to think about, there's more considerations, simply because there are more parts. So in summary, if you are on a budget, build on an 18. If you want performance, go with a 17. Regardless of which system you use, just make sure you do some research into the system itself, and also do some research into the slide kit that you are interested in. It's because there are lots of slide kits in the market, and a lot of them come with different things. In fact, on my channel, I actually have videos on the RWA Agency Arms Urban Slide Kit. I also have a video on the PTS Atom Slide Kit, a Prime SAI Slide Kit, a Nebula Slide Kit, so on and so forth. And with all of those slide kits, each of them come with different things. So make sure you know what you're getting into. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it informative. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. I also have a Facebook page that you can follow me on, in which I'll leave a link in the description box below. And if you would like to support the channel, please consider swinging by Ray Tactical Solutions, which is my online store. All the links will be in the description box below. So thanks again for watching. Peace, guys. Happy shooting, and have a happy new year.